Let's unravel Zionism. Zionism really is a word that came into fruition in the late 1800s. What happened was a lot of secular Jews were leaving their parents and getting enlightened in the world, and they realized they no longer want to live in the shtetl where they're getting harassed with pogroms and blood libels for thousands of years. So they want to do something about it. They figured they want to go to their homeland because they don't feel Jewish except for their connection to the homeland. They want to go to the homeland to live there. So that was the idea. They created this little organization where they would learn how to farm, they'd learn how to survive in the desert, and they did that, and a lot of them moved to Palestine. And then the movement spread across Europe, and it taught people all about their homeland and the love for the homeland, and it taught them, instead of speaking only Yiddish, to speak Hebrew again, to bring that language not just from the written word and what the rabbi spoke, but the masses should also learn how to speak Hebrew, and they should have a love of their land. And that also infiltrated not only the secular Jews, but also the Orthodox Jews. Then that, along with that, became a political movement to go ahead and create a Jewish state in their ancestral homeland. That was Zionism. Zionism basically terminated in 1948 with the creation of the state of Israel. Ancient Zionism was never coined Zionism. It was just a hope to return to Zion, to Zion. It was the hope that God's presence will return to Zion, that the temple will be built in Zion, that Zion, aka Yerushalayim, aka the land of Israel, will then once again be a homeland for the Jewish people. That was never a term coined, but it has still and continues to still be a hope among all Jews that will be fulfilled speedily in our day. Right now, we have Jews that have returned to the homeland and governing themselves, but not necessarily under the Torah. So, therefore, that part of Zionism, so to speak, even though it's never called Zionism, has not been fulfilled. So, when you talk to a Jew and you say Zionism is not Judaism, what are you talking about? If you mean Zionism that's meant to spur the Jews to move to their homeland, so that is part and parcel of Judaism, but that is not the entire Judaism, sort of like how a zebra is an animal, but not all animals are zebras. If you mean the Zionism that's meant to create a state in their ancestral homeland, so that expired in 1948. If you're talking about the ancient and the forever and the continual hope that God's presence will return to the land and Jews will live there in peace, that's very much integral to Judaism. You cannot be a Jew without such a hope. Any questions? Let me know.